Before the world had shape, there was sound, a deep, living rhythm that pulsed through the void. The rhythm came from all things: wind, stone, water, and flame. Each element carried a verse of a song, and together they kept the world alive. Now, the world is quiet. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Muddling Through Minecraft Season 2. Season 2 has started. We are moving on to a new world. J-Boy Crew and I discussed, and we enjoyed that old world. We'd been in it for a while. We'd been playing for a while, and at the end of the day, we just kind of went, as proud as we are of the things that we were doing in there, not everything was finished, but at the end of the day, we were ready to start fresh and do something maybe a little bit different. I don't know, you're going to see a lot of the same stuff that you do in every world, farms and adventure and collecting and all kinds of stuff, right? But we're just ready to start with a new, fresh palette and experience. So here we are in the world, and you saw at the very beginning kind of the lore that I wanted to start with my playthrough here. And J-Boy Crew can join in on that as much as he wants or as little as he wants, and do his own thing if he wants to do that. But the lore there has us potentially going to different biomes and exploring different options and all kinds of stuff. So I'm really looking forward to kind of building that out. But really, the thought of that lore to me is, at one time, there was a bustling and crazy and exciting kind of thing going on, and it has disappeared for one reason or another. And kind of what we're going to do is we're going to build the world into what it once was, maybe, or maybe a combination of what it once was and what it is right now, as far as, some ruins or something like that. But that's kind of the goal, and the hope with that is that we can kind of lean into this idea of various biomes contributing, maybe some consistent features in the builds in the places that we go. But at the end of the day, variation on themes, sort of an idea. Oh, there's a village right over there. So we're going to explore this world, and we're going to find places that we like. I've got a handful of places that I have looked into this seed, and I kind of know a little bit about where we are and what we're doing. Oh, you can see I've already been in the world a little bit, setting up the server. But at the end of the day, I don't know a ton of what's going on in this world. So we are going to spend a lot of time exploring and getting to know places. We're also going to build a lot. I need a bed. Boom. All right, let's see if we got any more sheep around here. Time to pick up a few more tools. We'll do an axe, and we'll do a shovel. We need some more sticks. Let's do a pickaxe. And what's the last one that we need? A hoe. There we go. All right, I'm going to go check out these shipwrecks real quick before we head over to the village, and we're just going to end up probably doing quite a few sort of early Minecraft activities, right? Caught my breath. Let's check out and see what we got. Just some feathers and paper, of course, but we do have a buried treasure map, and on the other end... yeah, carrots, potatoes, oh nice, and some moss. Perfect. All right, knock out a couple blocks here, and we'll go check out the chest up in the, like the captain's cabin or whatever it is. There we go, and up. Oh no, hurry. What we got? Ooh, gold. We got some lapis, some gold ingots, some silver, or iron ingots, and some iron. Oh man, I'm having a real problem with controls here, folks. Oh. All right, let's head over to the village. We've got a little bit of some carrots and some potatoes. We'll head over to the village. We'll check that out and see what it has in store for us. What is going on over here in this little village? I have not seen a single villager yet. There they are. They're all hiding along with a little cat. All right, I'm going to just run through some houses real quick, check things out. Ooh, melons. Excellent. Now, I don't really intend to spend a whole lot of time around the spawn area. I do want to go off into the world pretty quickly and find some of the locations that like I said, I've kind of spotted out earlier as far as builds and to kind of play around in the world. But I do want to spend enough time here to just set up a little bit of like a, hey, if I ever die and don't have a spawn point set, it's not just totally miserable for me in terms of getting back to somewhere or whatever, right? So a few tools, a little bit of food, maybe an extra bed or two in a chest somewhere. So I'm going to run back over to the spawn point or roughly thereabouts and just set up a little bit of a place to come back to when I will inevitably need it. Well, I logged out last night and was finishing setting this up, and I logged back in and I pulled another cow into the pens, pulled another chicken in, pulled some sheep in, fed the pigs, replanted the potatoes and carrots. Noticed that J-Boy Crew seemed to have a chest over here, and I went, oh, what's in there? Oh, look at all that. Wow, he's apparently been adventuring. Oh, yeah, look, he's put bamboo in. Oh, I'm not joking, guys. I was playing for like 5 or 10 minutes before I even realized that he's got spruce and pale oak grown up here at the spawn point and dark oak. So didn't even notice it. I am totally oblivious and cooking up a little bit of iron there. All right, I'm going to sleep and get us some light. This is not a bad little starting area for now. Again, I do want to just make sure that we've got stuff that when we die, inevitably when we die, we can just kind of grab some food, grab some wool if we need a bed or whatever, and then be on our way wherever it is that we might need to go. And really, that is the first question that I need to answer is, where are we going to go from here? This is not really where I plan to set up any of our bases by any stretch of the imagination. I really plan to be quite a ways away from here, actually. And so I need to kind of figure out where I'm going to start in this world. Again, we don't want to be swallowed in the silence, so we want to get started kind of right away on building up the world around us. I'm going to decide on where I want to go first and what we're going to do to wake the song of this world. Oh, why, hello, friends. I have made my way out to a mushroom biome way out in the distance, a long way from spawn. That's why I wanted to build up a spawn area. I knew that I was going to be spending most of my time a long way from there as I start to create the song of this world. And this, I thought, would be a great place for us. It's pretty large to build our industrial district for the season. So I wanted to come out here and get a couple of things started in this first episode that are going to come in really handy very soon. One of those is a wool farm, so that we can start planning some of our buildings and some of our areas. The other one is an iron farm because, Well, let's face it, if we're going to have a wool farm, we're going to need lots of shears. And finally, start a little bit of villager breeding so that we can start working on books and getting enchantments and things like that all set up. So I am going to go find some land. First, I need to find my boat. I don't know where I parked my boat on this island, but I'm going to go find my boat, and then we're going to go find some land and find some sheep, some villagers, and of course, some redstone. I have been hard at work over here in the mushroom fields, setting up some farms, both for myself, for trading purposes. Over here in this little mycelium and dirt hut, I have 3 villagers, brought 2 over, bred them up. And of course, I need more beds for villagers, or I need to change my breeder. And so I went and grabbed some sheep and brought them over. But of course, now I realize that these guys aren't going to regrow their wool because there's no grass over here. And of course, in the mushroom biome, there's no grass at all. So I need to turn one of these dudes into a librarian. So let's find the lectern. It's a bookshelf. Okay. I do have enough blocks for all of that. Let's just get them going here. We're going to turn one of them into a librarian and work to find ourselves a Silk Touch book so that I can get the grass that I so need for the other project that I want to kind of put together today. So, he finally lost his profession. Look at that. I've been waiting for that to happen for a while. That is excellent. All right, here we go. Time to do some cycling. Everything's out of order. I'm now realizing that if this guy actually gets a Silk Touch book, I don't have emeralds. I don't have enough emeralds or paper in order to be able to buy said book, is my guess. So I need to throw down some sugar cane really quickly. And I thought I had some sugar cane. There it is. I've only got 6 pieces. But we need to get that growing so that when we do actually find a Silk Touch book, we've got what we need to buy it. I'm going to throw this along the coastline here. Take them firefly bushes rather than like build a farm right now. But I'm going to need those to get going. Shoot. Oh, no. Can't even begin to tell you how annoying this is. Second mending book in a row. In a row. Second mending book in a row. When I am ready to go get mending, I will never get it. I'm going to sit here for 45 minutes trying to get mending, and I'm not going to get it. And I get 2 in a row. Blah! We got it. We got our Silk Touch book for 17 emeralds. But right now, I've only got 6 emeralds. So we're going to have to wait for some things to fire up, or I turn this little dude right here into a farmer and we start trading carrots and stuff. So that's actually probably what I'm going to do. So I do think I've already got, don't we have, some slabby jabbies there. There we go. And we're going to get ourselves Silk Touch so we can get our little sheep farm going, our little wool farm going. And I didn't even mention this earlier, but I did go grab some. Oh, that's the one that grew up. I was like, wait a minute. How did he get his fur back? How did he get his wool back? His fur. Is that right? Is that can you say that about sheep? I did go get some different wood types so that I could have some slabs and things over here in the mushroom fields, including oak, birch, some dark oak, and jungle. Those are just what I came across as I was adventuring and looking for things. So let's go ahead and take this guy's workstation. Boom. Oh my gosh. That is the perfect farmer villager for us right now to have both the potato and carrot trades. Let's get him locked in. I think I've got some here. Yeah, I do. Yeah. See if we can't get him up to a level 2 as well and see what we've got for level 2 trade. Hopefully pumpkins. No! No, that is not what I wanted to see. Oh, that's too bad. Okay. Well, we'll have to do with you. I don't like you, but it's what we're going to have to do for now. Also, we're going to extend these fields out so we can get more of these crops going. I realized that we need a little bit more iron for a anvil. And this is what's so cool about mushroom fields. Oh, there's some right there. Look at this huge cavern, completely dark in the middle of the night, and not a single mob to be found. Oh, is that a... I think that is a mine shaft over there. Very cool. All right. This is just, so nice to be able to just come down here and be like, give me all this iron and let's not get shot by skellies because there ain't no skellies. Awesome. All right, this is a significant bummer. This abandoned mine shaft appears to be one set of, like, pathway here. This is ridiculous. Ugh, how awful. Oh, a little bit of redstone, a little bit of lapis there. I didn't see those coming around the corner. What else do we have down here? Anybody see anything shiny? Let's see if we can find something shiny before we go back up. That'd be great, too. Yes, something shiny. Oh, a couple of shiny things. All right. Let's go ahead and make a crafting table real quickly and get this out of the ground. Ugh. Oh, yes. So now we have options. I got 2 diamonds, so we could make like a shovel and enchant it with silk touch, or we could make a crafting table, or not a crafting table for Pete's sake, a enchanting table. And oh, there's another diamond down there. Now we don't need to make a choice. Now we can do the enchanting table and we can still make a shovel. We can do a silk touch shovel and add, like, you know, efficiency or whatever onto it if we can with the enchanting table, although we need levels. I've only got 18, but we do have some villagers to trade with, so the plan is coming together. We are up to 13 diamonds, 39 iron, and that meets our needs right now, so let's go take care of business. It's been a bit. I've expanded some fields. I'm noticing that I've got a potato I need to plant there. And I have sold pumpkins and melons and all kinds of things to the villagers over here. I've got my 30 levels. So let's grab our diamonds. Let's make a shovel. And we also need a pickaxe because we're going to need some obsidian for an enchanting table. So I'm going to run and grab that. And I'm not going to be able to get a level 30 enchanting table. I don't have enough leather. I need leather too. Brr. I can't remember all the things that I need. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. I think I finally have everything I need to do this whole enchanting setup thing. So let's get all of the books that we need. I ran around the island here, slaughtering mushrooms like crazy. I feel really bad about it now. But we got the books that we needed, so there's 9. And let's grab a little bit more wood, I suppose. All right, we have our 15 bookshelves, and of course we also need our enchanting table now. There it is. Let's go ahead and just set this up wherever we can at the moment. That's going to be right here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 with the enchanting table blanked in the middle there. Let's see what we can get. Oh, for Pete's sake, people, lapis! All right, now let's see what we can get on our shovel efficiency 4. That's fine. Let's see if we get anything else on it. No, nothing else. Unbelievable. We'll go ahead and throw Silk Touch on there as well. Get ourselves a Silk Touch efficiency 4 shovel. What? We get efficiency 4 pickaxe. If I had 5 more levels, maybe we'll need to do that at some point. But let's go find some grass and get ourselves our sheep farm started so that these guys can start producing the wool that we so desperately need. I have gotten myself back up to 30 levels again, doing a little farming. Finally this villager dropped his profession, and so we were able to get another farmer. Unfortunately, only one of the farmers has a pumpkin trade. 2 of them came up without a pumpkin trade, but that's okay. We will survive. Aside from getting the 30 levels to enchant that pick, I have been starting our sheep farm area. I did not think about the fact that mycelium also grows over dirt. So I've tried to set up a little grass growing area here, like that block and that block were dirt when I put them down. And I was like, oh, the grass will expand. Whoops, the mycelium took them first. I can see that the grass is expanding because I didn't place that block. So that's a good thing. Hopefully this will grow quickly, although it's been sitting here for a while and hasn't done anything. So maybe I'm going to redo this. I don't know if this configuration is going to do anything different. It's been too long since I've sky blocked to remember how to get grass to grow well, but at least this staircase is up and it'll snake around, hopefully. And I'm just going to go ahead and maybe kind of fill that one in. That one I'm worried about because it's over the top of the mycelium. All right, let's give that a try. We'll see how long that takes. Oh, look at that. It has already advanced. So maybe I did have something wrong going over the top. So that is awesome. Now we're going to go do some digging and jump down into the world and find ourselves some redstone. We need cobblestone. Need a bunch of stuff. So I'm just going to take off over here and drop down where all of our... We've done a little bit of exploring already. And just do some diggy and get some resources because I really haven't prioritized any of that at all. And again, I'm just going to mention how awesome it is that I can just pop down here and be down here and not have to worry about any mobs because we are in the mushroom fields. I keep saying mushroom, and it's not mushroom. It's just mushroom, but whatever. I have expanded the farm just a little bit, redid the sugar cane over here while I was waiting for the grass to grow, and changed to the high density pattern and have this whole section filled in. And so that's a good chunk of sugar cane there that we're growing. And again, obviously the crops are doing well. So before we build out the... Oh, good, that finally went to grass. Before we build out the wool farm, I think we're going to go ahead and build an iron farm pretty quickly. And we're going to go ahead and do Impulse SV's breeder iron farm combo. And I've kind of mapped out here where I'm going to try and build sort of the industrial zone. So this corner out here is going to be the very edge, and I assume that these farms are going to get ripped out and redone at some point. Those pumpkins in the middle are the middle chunk of, I think, a 11 radius. So that is the middle chunk, and then 5 on each side takes us out to that corner there. So I'm going to try and kind of fit a bunch of our industrial stuff, our factories and farms and whatever, where I might, do some AFK from this middle spot, right in the middle, in this 11 chunk space, right? I hope that makes sense. If not, sorry. Once I get some wool, I'm planning on kind of blocking things out. But those pumpkins are the basically exact middle of those chunks. And so we're going to center the iron farm in the middle, I think. Okay, so I just had a thought that maybe I put our storage area in the middle. Okay, we're going to start with the iron farm there because that's what my thought is right now. And if in the future we have to move it or I decide to move it, then we will. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and get building this thing. Hopefully I've got enough and everything that I need. Right, horsey? Oh, hey, I got a horse. I forgot that I did not do this on camera. I went over and visited J-Boy Crew's area, hung out with him for a few minutes. He is, let's see here, 9,000 blocks away, roughly, back towards spawn, basically, and then 3,000 blocks in that direction. So 3,000, about 3,300 in the Z and 50-ish in the X. So I found a horsey along the way, and pretty fast, not bad. So we'll hang on to him. All right, iron farm. Here we go. And at this point, I think I need to do a couple of things here. So this is about all the farm that we can get built in the configuration that I've got it, the way that I decided to do things. So I need some glass to go around the farm top here. Also need a piece of glass for here. So and also need a piece of glass for the collection. Haven't done that. But as far as the rest of this goes, I'm waiting on villagers, and we're going to have to get a zombie to drop in here. So there's some time, because I just bred the villagers up, and we've got 2 babies, and we're going to need a 3rd. So it's going to take some time for those guys to grow up and be able to come over here into the farm, and we have to find a zombie that will, hold something or whatever, because I don't have any name tags. And because we're in a mushroom field, we're going to have to get creative about how we find that zombie. So I'm going to take a few minutes. I'm going to go grab some sand and glass, start firing up some glass, and then we'll talk about how we're going to get a zombie in here for the farm. Glass is firing up. Villagers are growing up. And now it's time to address our zombie issue. In order to do that, we're going to have to do a little bit of bridging to the edge of our mushroom field here. I'm going to make it pretty easy for us to kind of move back and forth across this gap just real quickly, because what we need to do is we need to go to the very farthest edge of the mushroom field, and we're going to just bridge out until we're out of the field. All right, we are into the deep, cold ocean now. So what we're going to do is we're just going to build a big platform out here. We don't have to go very far out because I can run back into the fields and still be 25 blocks away or whatever, 32, whatever the number is. We just need a big enough field, a big enough space here that they actually generate. Is that a zombie or a skeleton? It's a zombie. He's already holding something. So let's see if any of these guys pick something up again. Oh, yes, we've already got one. All right, so we're just going to lure this guy right over to the farm. Awesome. Appreciate you joining the team here and taking care of business, brah. All right, let's get rid of all of these extra blocks. I can't believe. Sorry, I'm super pumped about how easy that was. So pumped. And I actually don't need to put anything over the top of him. He should not burn up. I think we're going to leave this all here and make sure that he doesn't burn up. Because if he does burn up and I take all this down, I'm going to be super annoyed. Look at our healthy little guy. I mean, aside from the fact that he's a zombie. Look at our healthy little guy. Yes. Yes. I am seriously so pumped at how well that worked out. Like, I definitely did not expect it to go as easily as it did. So, love it when a plan comes together, you know? No, he burned. Why did he burn? I don't understand what just happened. No. Oh, when a plan falls apart at the very last minute. Oh, darn it. Oh, that's so annoying because I just finished taking down that platform. Ugh, all right. Gotta do this work again. I'll be honest, I'm pretty annoyed that I'm having to do this a second time, but we will go ahead and just put a little roof over his head to make sure that we don't have to do it a third time. Where are you at, bud? There you are. Okay. Come on, friend. All right, so I think all of our spawnable blocks up top are covered for the moment. I left a door so that we could get a farmer in there eventually. And I think we're ready to test this guy, at least on the iron side of things, right? So let's go ahead and get these trap doors out of here. And we should generate a iron golem in any moment now. Yes, there he is. Our first golem is in and dropping down and is on fire. Cha, 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 cha. And here come our first iron ingots and poppies. All right. Then we should have a couple of blocks in here as well. Yep, that's kind of what I figured. There we go. Sweet. Okay, let's check and make sure that it continues to run. I just always want to be safe, you know, make sure that things are going to keep rolling, you know, not a one-time shot here. One-hit wonder. No, we've got a second coming. There we go. Awesome. So good. And we don't have to worry about any other mobs coming in. Oh, this is so fantastic. I like it. Again, I like it when a plan comes together. And I think with the finish of the iron farm, we will call it a day. I really wanted to get started on the wool farm, but with the grass growing and everything, let's give the iron farm some time to get us some iron for shears and whatever else that we need there. And we'll do that in the next episode and then kind of start to lay out some thoughts maybe in one of the biomes about our first main builds that are not in the mushroom fields. I'm not moving around very much here because if you're perceptive, there's a bunch of like glitches here. So when I start to move, there's these jumps and I'm not sure what's going on. That is another reason that I am going to stop recording here today and try and figure out why this is suddenly happening as opposed to trying to video through it. So, hey, appreciate you guys coming along on the ride here in Muddling Through Minecraft Season 2 and looking forward to what we do in this world as we begin to wake the song. Until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see ya.